End of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, if you look on the gigantic interactive sharp board, you're going to see a cave, some cave miners. You're going to see some logos, data mining. Somebody reached out to me and they said, hey, Ray, we got some people out there in the industry talking about AI. Lots of people talking about AI. What do you think about AI? I said, well, I think AI, as far as our industry is concerned, is the name of a squirrel that no one's going to catch. It amazes the hell out of me when I see executives in our industry that have spent decades in the industry. Some of these people were executives for, multiple hundreds of millions of dollar organizations. And now they're out there in the freelance world and they're experts. And if you look at their content, it's just kind of copied and pasted stuff that has nothing to do with our industry. I mean, what the hell's expert about that? It just absolutely amazes me, and I've said this before. How in the world can you spend 30 years plus in this industry and not have the ability to deliver content? I don't understand it. What do your experience allow you to share? What in the hell? Well, we got people talking about AI, and it's not going to help the industry grow its bottom line. It's not going to help a dealer manage his business better today based on the AI conversations we're having, because it's not about damn AI, it's about data. AI is just the mining tool for data. And when I look at some of this content out there, it's like horrifying. It reminds me of Forza. And I know I bring this up a lot, but it's one of the biggest failures in the industry. I think there's some lessons to be learned from it. But when Forza was out there in their marketing strategy, what was it all about? It was about SAPB1, Bill McDermott. Had nothing to do with our damn industry. Had nothing to do with how a dealer's going to benefit by going on Forza. What's the ROI? They never talked about any of that. When people can avoid the conversations based in reality and talk about fantasy and nonsense, what are they telling you? They don't know anything? They really can't help you, but they know that you like chasing squirrels. Let's name this one AI and let them loose in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look on the gigantic sharp interactive board, you'll see this big mine. And of course, the mine looks bigger on the gigantic sharp interactive board. You got some miners there. When you're in a mine and you're a miner, you're mining for a specific thing. It's a gold mine, it's a coal mine, it's a silver mine. Those miners know what they're going to get. They just got to dig for it. When I think about data, and I think about the mining of data, it's about searching for something you don't know what you're going to get. You're searching for the unknown. And AI has the capability to search for the unknown a lot quicker than a human. AI has the ability to put all these puzzle pieces together. The question is, who's putting the puzzle together? Which piece are you given? And when the puzzle's complete, is it going to benefit you, or is it going to benefit a competitor? Is it going to benefit somebody that wants to wipe you off the map? Because that's what competitors want to do. There's a quote back in the 1950s from the then CEO of PepsiCo. And he said, nothing focuses the mind better than a competitor who wants to wipe you off the map. Nothing focuses the mind better than a competitor that wants to wipe you off the map. Ladies and gentlemen in the Document Imaging channel, those friends of mine that sell supply and service print equipment, do you know who your competitor is? I got to tell you something. I learned this at the Toshiba meeting. I just love this. But the competitor is digitalization. And another competitor is data. Another competitor is the way data's mined. The AI that's being mined, that's being used to mine the data in our industry to put puzzles together. That's the competitor. And that competitor definitely wants to wipe status quo off the map, wipe obsolescence off the map. That's what AI is all about, making things better, giving better experiences. AI is about discovering an outcome from data puzzle pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share some thoughts with you. So over here you can see some logos. You see AI, data mining. You see our friends at ECI Automate. I want to circle them. I'm a big fan of ECI Automate, and yes, ECI Automate is one of my sponsors because I chose them, because they won. They won hands down the best DCA technology. They won hands down the best ERP system. But more importantly, the reason I chose ECI Automate to be on my platform is because ECI Automate is all about the dealer. And look, I get it. You know, when you're the biggest in the room, sometimes your service might have some hiccups. Oh, they didn't answer the phone. But at the end of the day, put all that nonsense aside. They have a great platform that allows the dealers in the print industry to navigate with their customers. And right now, the dealers in the print industry don't need to think about replacing some ERP system. They need to start thinking about how they're going to transition, and there is no do-it-all, one-all platform. I hope by now everybody understands that. But when I think about ECI, eAutomate, they really are all about the dealer and how the dealer communicates and manages their end users. That's what they're about. And ECI Automate is going to do everything to protect the relationship, with the dealer that the dealer has with the end users, and they should do that. And I applaud them for doing that. And sometimes because they do that, it's a little bit stressful for some other folks. That's just reality. I think about a company called HP. HP, they're a big data gathering company. Think of the data HP has. My God, it's unbelievable how much data HP has, right? HP also has what they call that Amplify agreement. The contract with the dealer community where the dealer gives them all this data. A contract that I think is absurd and stupid, and I wish dealers wouldn't do it. Thankfully, a lot of dealers are starting to realize maybe we should be giving our data to HP like we're giving it to them. I think about a company like MPS Monitor. I think about a company like EKM. These are both DCA tools. Let me start out with EKM. EKM, a couple of years ago, who did they sell to? They sold the tech data out of Europe. Now it's called TD SYNNEX. But EKM, a DCA tool technology. Do you remember the old owner of that, or the president of EKM? You know, he would do these interviews and talk about EKM, and you'd be convinced you're on a merry-go-round as he discussed this DCA tool. This is the Internet of everything, the Internet of things, the Internet of printers. This is unbelievable. We're going to manage all the assets in everybody's office, all the IT assets. We're going to be the next new IT software. We're going to do it all, and we're going to help TD SYNNEX. And at the end of the day, what is EKM? It's a DCA tool to collect a meter reading and feed a printer some toner. But it's also a tool that TD SYNNEX can use to manage the Amplify agreement for HP. And we know that TD SYNNEX helps HP manage the Amplify agreement with resellers, right? We all know that's fact, right? Are they using the EKM software? Are they using some other DCA tool software? Can anybody honestly say that the EKM software is just about the dealer? Well, no, you can't say that because they sold it to a distributor. So it's not just about a dealer. Who do you think pays more? Where do you think the value of EKM comes from? Their new owners? Of course. It's all about TD SYNNEX. Then the reseller, then the end user. But guess what? Over here at ECI Automate, it's all about the dealer and how the dealer communicates with the end user. MPS Monitor, HP, Cloud DCA. What does MPS Monitor do with HP? How does MPS Monitor, that DCA tool, help HP? What kind of data does HP get from MPS Monitor? Is the MPS Monitor tool being used in any way, shape, or form to help HP be more competitive? Well, I'm sure it probably is. But how do they define being more competitive? Wiping the dealer footprint off the map? Because aren't we all concerned that our competitors' whole goal in life is to wipe us off the map, right? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we got to know where our data is going and who's mining it. We got a company called NextEra, owned by Valsoft, same as MPS Monitor. Valsoft, the private equity group out of Canada. Well, you know, I'll tell you one thing right now. Back when NextEra was on its own, owner Wes McCarter, I had a lot of respect for that company. And I truly believe that Wes McCarter and his company and his employees at NextEra were all about the dealer. I truly believe that. But But I can't honestly say that now. And the reason I can't say that now is because of the dysfunction that's been going on at NextEra since Velsoft bought them. I shared with you the email that they had sent out. We're going to stop billing you because we got to work things out with ECI, and it's all ECI's fault, all that crap. But at the end of the day, that just kind of shared with me that they didn't do enough due diligence before they bought them. They bought a company called Euroform. Is Euroform still in existence? I heard that some people showed up to work and there was a lock on the door. Maybe Velsoft can clarify some of that. I'd be concerned for the folks over at NextEra. I guess the difference there is they won't be putting a lock on the door because all the NextEra employees are remote. They'll just call them up on their cell phone and tell them their password got changed. I don't know. Just asking the question. Who's got the data? Who's benefiting from the data? What value are these people getting from the data? What puzzle piece is your data providing somebody else's puzzle? Questions to be asked. I think about Great America, and this is just a logo as an example, but all leasing companies have a tremendous amount of data. I mean, think about the data they have. They know what stuff's selling for. They got payment data. They got payment history data. They got how many pages are being printed. What's the overages? They got all kinds of data. How could they use that data? How could AI mine that data to the benefit of Great America to be more competitive? I hope so. Could they use it somewhere else? Could somebody else see value in that data and say, hey, Great America, you got some interesting data. We see some value in that data. Ladies and gentlemen, I realize that no one is going to give away a dealer-specific data. This isn't what this is about. And people that do that would be completely unethical. They would probably go to jail. And at the end of the day, I don't believe anybody in the industry does that. But they do collect data as a collective. And that collective data, that blind collective data, is being used. The question is, can we think about our collective data like we thought about our collective data in the year 2015? Because AI has the ability to mine data in ways that were unimaginable in 2015. And AI can look at this collective data and maybe they can see something that our industry can't see. Because our industry's focused on exactly what the data is. Like the coal miner. Oh, it's just this or that. It's already predetermined in the dealer's mind what their data is or what their data's worth. Because they're not AI. They're a human being, and AI is a lot smarter. So when you think about your data and you think about your collective data, you have to be really clear who's collecting it. What piece of the puzzle is your data providing? You may be comfortable with it, you may be not comfortable with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why it's so important for our industry to have peer groups that can go beyond the year 2000 or 1990. This is the reason I've been so adamant about beating the crap out of the BTA, and I beat them up pretty bad sometimes through satire. But I've also reached out numerous times trying to help them. They don't want any part of it. But a while back, what was it, 8 or 9 months ago, I brought up the fact when they replaced the lawyer. And of course, some people thought that was just outrageous. How dare you question what we're doing and who our new lawyer is? And it wasn't about any of that. It was about, do we have the right experts in the bus for the industry the way it is today, not the way it was in the year 2000? Do we have true data experts in the bus at the BTA? Because the BTA, in my opinion, is falling off a damn cliff and they have to bring other value to the industry. And the BTA could be that value. They could be the ones that help dealers understand their data, understand how it's being mined. The BTA and its experts could help create contracts that are valuable in today's marketplace, not what were valuable in the year 2000. Or 1990 or 1980. Things are changing drastically. The BTA's on a cliff, ready to fall off and go into obsolescence. Here's a great opportunity at BTA. And don't make AI about some fantasy crap. Make it about data and help dealers understand their data. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an ever-changing world, and what you think your data is not what it is. It's what AI determines your data can be. It's what AI puts in a puzzle based on your data. And more importantly, who gets the finished puzzle? You or a competitor? Just some things to think about, my friends, because we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.